Hey YouTube, Small Time Adventure here. Today I'm going to be reviewing the Victorinox Swiss Army knife. I think this is one of the more basic models. I think any gearhead should really own some type of Swiss Army knife. I mean, who doesn't have one? Let's see. Yeah, let's get started on the blades. Okay. This blade right here is 1¼ inch long, and the big blade is about 2 inches long. Victorinox says, is what they say, the steel is X55 CRMO14 steel, so it's got a bunch of stuff mixed into it. The Rockwell hardness on the blades is 56, so it's not as hard as most of your other stainless knives, but you know, it's soft enough so that you can easily resharpen it. The blades hold a really nice edge if you spend some time on them. Let's see, some of the, like this is the can opener right here. It has a sharp edge right here, so gotta be mindful of that. Get cut, not fun. The tools on the Swiss Army knife are made out of X39 CR13 steel. So the screwdriver slash bottle opener, the can opener right here, and this is also another screwdriver, and this awl, which is always hard to get out. They're all made out of the same steel. The steel is, I believe this is a little bit softer. This has a hardness of, Rockwell hardness of 52. So, you know, it's a little softer, but oh well. Another thing I see a lot of people do with, like, the screwdriver right here is they like to use this as a little pry bar. So, you'll see a lot of people will either break these, you know, or damage them. So yeah, you just got to be mindful of that also. You know. The corkscrew is actually made out of a, well, I think it's made out of the same steel. They just temper it differently. The heat treat's different. It has a Rockwell hardness of 49, so it's a little softer. On mine, I lost the tweezers, but I still have this toothpick here. So yeah, I mean, the toothpick's nice. Also use it to get stuff off underneath your fingernails and stuff like that. Tweezers are good for splinters, because I get a bunch of splinters all the time, so that's always nice to have. Doesn't really have a hole big enough for 550 cord, but this, it's a little hole right here. You could fit that on one of those little key rings. So I guess if you have a key ring, then you can put some 550 cord around it, you know, have it like that. I haven't really seen this particular knife at Walmart. I've seen it at Lowe's. You can pick it up at Lowe's, well, my Lowe's, for like 15 bucks. So, you know, that's not too bad. What else was I going to say? Oh yeah. Depending on what kind of sharpener you use, you could ground the tip on the blade, like I did. I used the Work Sharp knife sharpener. It's really, really awesome. Gets any knife blade razor sharp in like a minute. Run it through the red belt and then the purple belt, and then it's a razor blade. So that's pretty sweet. Yeah, I rounded the tips on my blades right here. The weird thing is, even though the tip's rounded, it's sharp. so you know it still stabs just as well. See, I know Wegner makes Swiss Army knives too. My friend has one. I don't have one, unfortunately. But I think they're pretty much identical. They might be just a little bit heavier. I guess a blade comparison with the large blade would be this Evo Junior right here. I think you can pick this up at Walmart for like 15-20 bucks. Not bad. The blades are almost the same size. This is made out of 440A, so it's a little easier to say, stuff like that. This steel, the Swiss Army knife, is just a bunch of stuff mixed into it, but I know one of the big things they put into it is chrome, so I doubt this thing will rust at all, since it's got like 15% chrome in it. Let's see here. I think they even tell you. Yep, 15% chromium. So, only 0.50% of the knife blade material is carbon. So, that's good to know. Some of the tasks that I've used this knife for would be like food prep. It's really good for like peeling stuff like oranges and apples and like slicing them up into pieces. That's pretty cool. Also, I use this blade, the large blade, to process little pieces of wood, like fat wood from a tree. I'll slice off a big chunk with a machete or something like that. And I'll take this, I'll cut it into toothpick sized chunks. So it's really easy to build fires. I believe this is, I think they said it was like 2.3 ounces, the weight on this. Yep, 2.3 ounces. So, it's pretty light. Sometimes I even forget I'm carrying this. But then again, I carry a lot of knives with me. So, a weight issue isn't really an issue with me. Just because the knife weighs like 5 ounces or something like that, I'll still carry it. Let's see. With these blades, they scratch really easily. I don't think... yeah, you can see the scratches. Yeah, there's a lot of scratches on this one. Most of them are probably from sharpening it with a stone before I got this fancy electrical sharpener. So, yeah, just be careful when you're cutting stuff with this. It's not a locking blade, it's a slip joint. So, don't stab stuff, because the blade will fold in on your fingers, and that's never fun. Also, when you're closing it, just make sure your fingers are out of the way, so you don't cut your fingers. That happens a lot with the cold steel Mini Tough Light. If I can find it, I'll do a review on that soon. But yeah, so that's my review on the Victorinox Swiss Army knife. Please comment, rate, and subscribe.